All right, cool. First video from the Icon hutch. So we're just gonna go in and knock it out. This is a few of the tools I picked up out of stuff I've acquired, I wanna say in the last 6 months, but really haven't gotten a chance to play with because, well, partly I acquired them and they got packed up for a move, and they're pretty much still packed up because I feel like I'm still moving or getting settled in. So this is a hutch that almost killed me, if put it lightly. So I just picked out a few random stuff, no particular order. I was gonna save that for the end. It looks like a laptop case. And if we zoom in on it, it says Lang. So I don't know, maybe I'll save it for the end. I'm not really the type to hold out on anyone, tell them they have to come back to see it, but maybe we'll just show it today and then not say anything about it and see if anyone has any inputs about that. But without further ado, we'll just go in and see what I've picked up. So I'm just gonna, instead of standing in front of the camera, I'm just gonna take this in for a closer look. So it might get shaky as I'm moving stuff around. All right, first things first is this Lang, what do you call this? Yeah, a Lang 7-piece fine tooth ratchet bit set. So you can see it, it is well, you can tell this one is angled. This one is straight. And then this one is, it's also angled. I guess I can take them out. Doesn't hurt. So I apologize for the light. I got my DeWalt light kind of propped up so it doesn't glare too much. So definitely take these out. It has some bits in there. I don't want to lose the bits, and I'm not really. Well, at the end of this video, I'm going to show you my currently how I have these toolboxes laid out as I'm in the process of getting them all sorted out. So actually, this is my first time messing with these things. So these are all bit ratchets. What size? Yeah, 1/4 inch. Maybe. I feel like there we go. They're basically 1/4 inch hex bits, and 9/32 slotted bits. So a little bit of additional gee-whiz information on the back of the package as far as how these may be utilized, and I have not explained them. So at least one of them says magnetic bit holders. What else? Opposite direction holders allow for more versatility. A raised knurling on this portion right here. You can see it. So magnetic opposite direction. So yeah, it's magnetic. It has a little opposite direction selector, and it has a little knurling on this little spinner. Man, I wish I have a knot in my back real quick. Anyway, so we have both of these. If we kind of face all of them the same direction, we can tell that this one is kind of opposite the next one. So that's how this one is designed, opposite, and then you got a single straight one. So you got pretty much a left and a right. So if I put them back to back, you can tell easier, I guess. So you got a left and a right, pretty much the same design concept on each. Standard orange rubber molding, made popular by Lang. But these are nice angled bit ratchets to get into small places. And then you can twist the end on here so you can't ratchet. You can actually do a thumb ratchet maybe. And then you got the selector. Pretty nice solid feel on a selector, to be honest. If I had to say so myself. pretty nice feel. So all right, well, like I said, it came with some bits. I mean, I guess I could just, it's probably best for me to pop these in there. There's what, 3, 4 bits, just so I don't lose them. So I mean, we'll just pop the bits in. Yeah, it has a slight magnetic pull. You can feel it. Like, I'll just set it there, and if you watch closely, there you go. It pulled it in. There you go. Yeah. So now I have one just hanging out. So try not to lose it. But that's that. We'll leave that there. Next up is this, I guess that's the part number. It's a 2.5-inch wide tube grip, and the part number is above. Oh, here we go. Valco. I think this is the second item that I have. Valco, Cincinnati, maybe. The tube grip, that's what they call it. Man, I have a serious knot in my back. But if you ever have those pesky tubes, like a toothpaste tube or something type tube, and it has contents left in it, refocused, and you can't get it out, this is where this bad boy comes in. And needless to say, yeah, so I mean, it locks in place. You kind of just pop it from the bottom and it opens up, and that's where you slide the end of your thing inside of there, and you'll be able to squeeze down and get more juice out of it, for lack of a better term. It's a tube grip, or tube squeezer. I don't know how you want to call it. I went for a run this morning, but man, I am feeling some kind of a crazy knot. All right, sorry about the autofocus, or it's not even autofocus, it's me actually tapping. Milwaukee M18, tool only. This is the 1/2-inch mid torque with a friction ring. I'm pretty sure you've seen these a million times, so I'm not gonna. I spun it up. Do I have a battery? Yeah, I think I might have a. Yeah. So look at me press the trigger and my. So this thing has the lights and different speed selector. So that was on 3. But everyone's familiar with Milwaukee. Sorry, blinding. But this is not news to the market. It's been out for a few months. So that light glare is really something. Next up, this is the 3/8, compact impact wrench. So and it's all the same. So that's the mid, and this is the compact. So now I have the M12 and now the M18. Obviously I don't have the the 1/2" compact or the 3/8 mid in the newer version. So definitely doesn't feel as powerful. I mean, this is on setting 3, but it's also a 3/8. But I'm using a fully charged, high capacity 3.0 battery also. I definitely apologize for the autofocus. Not the autofocus, I keep saying autofocus. Me tapping it just to get a better look on the camera. All right, get out of that silly glare. Next up is the gray pneumatic impact socket set. Part number is right there. It's a 3/8 drive, semi-deep metric universal 10-piece. Gray pneumatic is my, I would say, my go-to brand for impacts. Clean that mess up later. Pick these up because of the mid. I featured the straight ones, just a straight, actually it was a 6 and a 12 point, just straight mids, 3/8, which these are also 3/8, but they're swivel. So they're advertising these as a mid torque, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. So everything up 10 to 19 is included in their little case here. So actually one of the things I want to do for my toolbox, because I've always just bought sockets just randomly almost. I want to actually go through, see what I have, see what I'm missing, and just get what I'm missing all in one and just have it complete and just look at all the available things that are not necessarily on the market. Like I said, Green Pneumatic is probably my preferred brand just based on the quality and the price for those. But anyway, another Green Pneumatic content here. I picked this up on eBay, so if the seller is watching this, I've received the goods. What I really wanted was the actual double swivel, and I actually have in a different brand name, double swivel, but I think Green Pneumatic might have initially had them. But these are not the double. These are just the 3/8 drive swivel spark plug socket. Like I said, this is just a random tool haul of stuff that I have. This stuff was not, that's the most, I don't even know what the most recent purchase was on here. But there we go. And these are pretty floppy. They came actually packaged up, new, like wrapped up. But I mean, they really haven't seen a day of work, but they're still pretty floppy. But it's a swivel spark plug socket. I have gear wrench, so this is just extra, and I think this is discontinued. So to be honest, I'm a fan of like discontinued product. I never know why manufacturers discontinue stuff. You know, stuff is always ever evolving, I guess, as far as like tools to work on stuff. You know, car manufacturers are always making new stuff, and obviously I got to keep up with the times. But it's also a business, right? So they're always trying to come out with new stuff, and they'll discontinue product lines, obviously, if it's not profitable. But I tend to gravitate towards items that are discontinued, like those, like the Easy Red butterfly sockets, something like that. That's just unique. I like unique tools. Unique, but also usable, functional. All right, here we go. Proto, pretty sure this is like a Proto make-believe, but it's a screwdriver bit set. Part number is right there, 61929, made in the USA. But if you look closely on this package, it's just a piece of plastic. You can actually see the moisture mark beneath it or whatever. But I mean, anyone can slap that thing on there, because this case is no different from a made in Taiwan case. So I'm very cautious of stuff like that. If it's on the case, I'm skeptical, especially if it's not like engraved on it. Carter, leave the keys, please. If it's not engraved on it, it might be. I'm trying to see if it's engraved in the. I will say though, on here it does have some write-ins and stuff. So the case is not. You can't really see it. It does have some like never use a pry bar, pretty much safety and warning stuff. But anyway, here's the contents. Just a bit set. I am definitely not short on bit sets, but I thought it was cool. Picked it up, so I got it. So yeah, the screwdriver itself is super light. This is like, it feels like it literally is just a caulk in your hand, like a. But this thing pops out. You can, you know, store some bits in there. So like that lone bit, like this lone bit I took out from the Lang set. Perfect. Just throw it in there because I'm pretty sure it fits just perfect. Yep, there we go. So there's somewhere for this. This thing has a home. Actually, there it is. So I finally figured out, instead of putting it in the head of this, I'm just gonna set it right here. Perfect. So let's see if this, and in fact, just a segue back to this is a segue back to the Lang stuff and back to the USA stuff. Can't really see it. There we go. It actually says USA on it. And this is from that Lang set I initially showed you in the video. So this is cool. So if this says USA on it, sorry. If this one says USA on it and it's from the Lang bits, sorry, let me jump this down a little bit, just so you see what I'm talking about. So this is from the Lang bits, and let's see if this I might have literally just found the only one that says USA on it, and that's the only one that I did not put inside of a. Yeah, ironically, I mean, you saw it. I threw the bits inside of these. Ironically. Oh, so the flatheads say USA on it, but the Phillips, they don't say, they say the like PB1, but they don't have USA on it. So stuff like that, right? So you know, a lot of people will say, well, who uses flatheads? Well, I guess I use flatheads now because those are gonna stay in here. Granted, the Phillips heads are more functional, but those are gonna stay in here because they say USA made. And then I can just put these Phillips. Really, in all, it doesn't matter. And then since we're talking about bits and whether or not they say anything on them, oh wow, check this out. So you saw me pull this out of the set. Come on. It says USA on it. So I'm gonna swallow my words. It already said USA on the case, like I said, made in the USA. Maybe. There we go. But also on the bit. Let's see. Yeah, right here. Right there. So I'm gonna try to keep up with this focusing thing. So just pick a random one. Pick a random one. Let's go with this one. Let's see what it says. Aha. Proto USA. Tap, 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 tap. There we go. So. Swallowed my words. This actually seems to be quality stuff. And then in this Lang set, there's 2 bogus Phillips head and 2 good flathead USA made sockets or bits. Cool. But anyway, they're all usable. Back to regular scheduled programming. That was about 5 minutes of talking. Baco, Spain. I guess Snap-on subsidiary or something. But I thought this was cool. I primarily got this not for the bit set. Granted, I like how they do it. This little inner piece, you can actually take it out. But the case is so small and nimble and well made. I'll just keep it. Of note, it's made in China. So, say as you may. But I mainly got it for these longer bits. So, but they do, I mean, they're made in China, but they do say like Baco. I won't take out all of them, but that's cool. When a company is able to stand behind their products to put their name on it, just in case, you know, someone picks it up. So, I mean, if you're gonna go cheap, just go cheap and, I don't know, be proud, I guess. But yeah, this is a cool bit set. I think I have quite a few bit sets out at this point. I don't really need additional sets. So yeah, there's that. Nice solid case though. Picked up some DVDs. I'm just kidding, these aren't DVDs, obviously. Spring tools. So I think I had a set of these before I started to see them showing up on YouTube, and I might have featured it in like an earlier video that when I first started, you know, doing these YouTube videos or whatever. And then I saw them recently in tool videos. So I honestly didn't know there was that many of them out there. So I kind of dug around and I found a few of them. So this is and I believe I have the nail set one in the house or whatever. And I might have like 2 or 3 more cases. They just got thrown around. And I will say that, obviously, I probably don't need all of these, to be honest, because they all do the same thing. They just have different PSIs and they're, you know, catered to different industries and stuff. So like right here, you got a pin punch set, woodworking set behind there, a metal working set right there, and then a not sure. Oh yeah, so this one is also a metal working set, heavy duty. Oh, ironically enough, I do know I have at least 2 more sets. I'll do another video at some point, maybe tomorrow or something, but I did get the one with the one that says Snap-on in the little red and black pouch. Something that I think they can improve on these cases. Obviously, these are pretty much recycled DVD cases because DVDs are no longer a thing people care about. But these little tabs, they break off easily. I've been to Spokane, Washington, at least twice in my life, and it's cool. I mean, I also lived in Washington, but west of Spokane. Is it a rain? Oh, they're showering upstairs. West of Spokane, Seattle, but it's cool to see a company that's close by. I've also been there for other reasons, Spokane. But these are cool. Actually, you know what? So yesterday when I was talking about I didn't have a punch, that's because I totally wasn't thinking about this as a punch to make my indentation on the stainless steel top to, you know, drill a hole in there for the hutch. So I could have easily used one of these. Yeah, like this one. Center holes for transferring in mounted hardware. So I could have easily used this bad boy. I will say, I mean, you definitely want to wear these. You want to wear gloves with these because it does transfer some amount of force to your fingers. But these little tabs, they break off easily. So if you want to keep it looking all fancy, maybe don't like pry too hard on it. Let's see. Maybe one of these cases is evident of that. Ah, here we go. So right here, you notice it's broken off. And that might just, yep, that was the piece. That was the piece falling out. I mean, not a knock on the tool, but I think this one is pretty cool though, this heavy duty one. These are pretty robust. These are, I believe, the 5,000 PSI. Yeah, 5,000 PSI. But these are robust. I mean, these are nice. Like I said, I do have the one that says snap-on. So I think that makes it, I have what, 4 snap-on tools, and I got a lot of tools. So I got like 4 snap-on tools ever. That's cool. And that one was definitely accidental. Not that I have a problem with that stuff. It's just, yeah, different conversation. Let's see. Proto Extractor Set. So I believe I got this. I do have gear wrench. I do have Irwin maybe. I do have a couple extractors. But I believe I got this one because the other ones are 1/2 inch maybe. And this is 3/8. Anyway, that's what you get. That's the contents. Focus. Yeah, there you go. Part number. You can obviously use it with fractional metric. It comes with a little lock-in case right here. So yeah, it looks very much like the Irwin and everything else out there. But these are 3/8. That's why I got them. Comes a little center punch here to knock out whatever fastener is now stuck in there. But yeah, very nice little set. Again, Proto, made in the USA of A. The USA. There we go. But let's see if it actually says so on any of these. Yeah, it does say USA on there. So I guess Proto is legitimate about their labeling. There we go. I'm not gonna go through all of them. I'll pick up one more. Just random, as you can see. No gimmick. Let's see, it says Proto and USA. There we go. So anyway, leave that there. Here we go. 2 boxes. We'll try to pivot that direction real quick. This is a strong hand. If you're into like welding or something that I'm trying to learn. Well, I'll be learning here shortly, starting to. But I have a Miller welding table, the folding ones. I actually have 2 of them, and I'll do a review on that because it's a new purchase, and they're actually pretty solid. But since I have limited space, I'm always looking for means to have functionality and have the items available to me. So this is a, see if it's in the box, but basically this is what this is. It's just a place to hang your virtual angle grinder. So it just clamps to whatever surface you have. I don't have it set up yet. I'm not gonna set it up, but pretty much this is the content. It just clamps to your table or whatever, and then you can hook your angle grinder in there, and then you can see it down here. in the photo. So I have that one. I bought two. Pretty sure I bought two. I think I bought this one first, and then I realized they had a magnetic one. So this one is assembled. So it's pretty much the same concept. You can see it just does not have that screw down. It's pretty much the same design. Well, maybe not. I thought, for some reason, I thought they were the same design for a second, but they're not. One is more vertical, one is more like at like a 75 degree. So, but the difference is, the big difference, this is magnetic and that is clamping. So choose your own adventure. Here's the one with the magnet. Pretty strong magnet on the bottom. It just kind of bolts in there, threads in there, and yeah, pretty nice. All right. Last thing we got is some Mayhew, and this is just some cold chisels. Come on. 5-piece long Pro cold chisel set. Part number is as shown. And we'll kind of pivot this thing down real quick. So, pretty nice setup of cold chisels here. Definitely will get the job done. Let's see if it has any markings on it. Wear safety. Yeah, another USA tool. Everyone likes that stuff, so let's try to give some credit where credit is due. There we go. Mayhew 7/8 and 22 millimeter. Part number is 10217. Yeah. And I bet if I just pick a random one again, let's see if I can find it. There we go. There we go. But yeah, these are pretty nice cold chisels. If you wanna, I do have the Harbor Freight set. Like I said in the previous video, I'm gonna do a video on all the Harbor Freight tools I have. Not many. Probably this Icon tool chest is the biggest thing I have. But I do have their Daytona jacks. Something else. Probably a free pick set or something. I do know I have that. So, yeah, that's my tool haul. All right, so I'm not gonna say anything about this. I'm gonna open it up, let you see what's in there, and maybe you'll know what it is. But let's try to get this thing angled down. There we go. Did not go to school for to operate a camera, so I kind of suck at that. Well, maybe you can see the words on there. I said I wasn't going to talk, so we'll just do that. So anyway, again, eat my words. Said I wasn't going to talk, but obviously it tells you what it is. We just won't get into it right now. It's getting late, and I gotta go to bed. Just power it on real quick. There we go. It does have a light. There we go. Anyway, I need to learn more about the functionality of this one, but it's there. It comes in this nice little laptop pouch. All right, so that was a random tool haul of just random stuff I picked out of a random box that was randomly accessible to me. Just leave that there. So, quick recap. Mayhew, cold punches, Weldon thing, Weldon dealio, extractor set, another Weldon thing, graphene multimeter, spring tool, punches, Baco bit set, Proto bit set, gray pneumatic 3/8 swivel and gray pneumatic 3/8 spark plug. Milwaukee M18 3/8 mid torque or compact, and their M18 1/2" mid torque. Sorry, the Lang little bit set right here with the 2 American bits. The what do you call this? The grip tube thing. Still got my, all right, so we're gonna digress here and talk a little bit about this icon setup. I'm gonna step back. I put this on that extra tripod. Actually, I'm just gonna freehand this because this is gonna go by fast. So I did manage to get this drawer in by myself. And if you ever take this thing out, here's something that I learned. So I managed to get it in, just set it on the frame and trying to lift one, put it in, set the side aside and push it in. But once I pushed it in, it got to about right there and it would not go any further. So I thought it was getting caught up on something. And the only thing that I could find in there, which I'm not sure if you can see it, is the power cable right here. So I took it off and, you know, kind of bent that thing out of the way a little bit. Tried again, it got hung up. Well, having never taken one of these apart, you have to actually push this thing in for it to fully engage. Like you gotta almost feel like you're gonna break it for it to engage. Obviously, if it's not going, it's not going, and you need to stop and figure out what you did wrong. So I got that. And while I had this out, I thought about doing a video, but it was simple cosmetic. Obviously, quality is an issue when people talk about Harbor Freight, but if you look on the inside of the box, they kind of did not get the spray, the finish on all of it. So there's like places where it's like missing. And this is not, that's to downplay the box. I mean, it's not going to be visible, but kind of a half-assed job in there, in my opinion, as far as the finish. They definitely could have just did it right. If you're gonna do it, just do it right. That's my opinion. So there's that, but again, it doesn't take away from the functionality of the box. The visible sections are pretty good. I did manage to get these bolted in. So they're all now bolted down. The work center is bolted to the top of this stainless steel top. The second thing that I'll mention is that, so the casters, this is the swivel casters. So that's the braking mechanism right there. You step on it and it, you know, puts a rubber pad against the wheel. But unlike my Milwaukee, Milwaukee, once you engage the swivel casters, the brakes, the wheels aren't gonna swivel. But these, I mean, the brakes are engaged, and look at this. I mean, I can turn this all the way around, and this is just by hand. Obviously, it's not weighted down or anything, but my Milwaukee, we can take a stroll over there real quick. Be mindful, this is weighted down, and like I said, I have swivel casters on all of them, but yeah, these ones, I think they have some kind of locking mechanism in there that prevents them from even swiveling. And I could be wrong, I've just never noticed that. So, I've just noticed that with this. But like I said, I could be wrong. And if I'm wrong, I'll, again, eat my words and confess that I was wrong. What else? There's that. I gotta get the light bar installed, figure that out. We'll step back here. So, no longer a mess over here. I did get the second what do you call that? Side locker unboxed, and I was able to just like this one, the 73 overhead, I was able to just lift that thing from the top side while it was laying down and kind of work my way slowly, get it upright. Luckily it has those extra legs or wheels but I was able to do that on my own. I didn't make a video, obviously. So I still got these. I'm probably not gonna install these until this thing is ready to go into its permanent position, because it's just doesn't make sense. It would be nice just to see it, you know, in its partial setup state, but at the same time, I don't have, there's a door right here, the garage door. There's just not enough room to get it set up yet, especially because the floor is not done up to that point. So at least I need to get up to this point as far as getting the tile, and then it will make sense. As far as the doors, they open to the left. So I'm gonna have to switch them around, do a little switcheroo there. I have to do a little switcheroo on one of them once I'm ready, and that's pretty, I was looking at this is pretty easy. So they're just held in by Phillips head screws on the side, and the door, if you look at the door, well, up here it has a metal piece right here and a single magnet right here. So the door does not have any emblems or anything on the door. So the only emblem is on the frame of the box itself, not on the door. So you can just flip the door around, just upside down, and it's gonna get into place. And then it has the holes right here already pre-drilled for you to screw into, so all the way down, so you don't have to drill anything. I have not messed with any of the contents in here, except I've kind of pulled out these drawers. It looks like you have some mats and stuff in there. They also do come all the way out, and they're pretty sturdy. I'm not gonna test them by doing something like standing in them. And obviously you can put stuff on the door. I do have stuff in the bottom drawer, like can holders, I think, and some other stuff. A single magnet up top and down at the bottom kind of holds the door in place, or magnetize. And I mean, I'm just pulling on it with one finger, and I mean, my 5-year-old will be able to just pull it open. So yeah, definitely a very large setup for DIY. Definitely a lot of space. I will say, like I've mentioned before, the box doesn't really impress me so much with space, to be honest. It's definitely a lot of space compared to what I have currently. It's a lot of space, but you do lose a lot of functionality with these center beams, and then just these smaller drawers and stuff. So I wish they would just make, and maybe they do, but probably more expensive brands or boxes with just larger drawers that are just like straight across, because I don't really need dividers. But anyway, personal preference. Also, I'm not sure how, once I install the top portions, this is gonna work, because say these were like mated up together, because that's how it's gonna be, right? This work, I keep calling it work center, work locker, side locker, and like, you know, the main box. When they get mated up, I still have these two lip right here. So I'm not sure how the overheads are gonna mate onto this surface right here. Maybe they're just gonna sit on the lip. So we'll have to figure that one out. I'm pretty sure they have a design feature for that. Yeah, I'm not gonna open these up. It's just overhead. I'll probably do that. Actually, why not just do it now, to be honest. So it might be a little bit dark in there, but there we go. That's what it looks like. Yeah. Close it down. So what else I want to ramble about for another minute? Seriously, gotta go. Overall, pretty nice setup. Obviously, it's not complete yet. It's not complete because the garage is really not complete. But overall, it's a pretty nice setup. Looks good. So might just be seeing more videos coming from that work center. What else is there? Yeah, that's as far as I've gotten. So at least I'll be able to slide this out of the way. Like literally they're not, this cabinet is not even touching. That's why there's a gap there. It's not touching. I kind of made sure it's not like touching so it doesn't like rub against it or something. So there's a gap there because it's not installed yet and I won't install it. It doesn't make sense. And this one is just butted up against the edge of the tile. So that's why it kind of looks wonky. It's definitely not aligned or anything. Just kind of wanted to kind of get it out of the way. So this will be good enough for now as far as being able to still work in here and get stuff prepped. Got a lot of cardboard to dispose of. This thing generates a lot of cardboard. So I'm gonna try to make one run to the dump. We'll see if that works out. It's probably gonna take all these straps to tie all that stuff down. But anyway, yeah, that was a quick tool haul video that has turned into an hour-long video of me rambling again. Typical. But anyway, as I always say, hope you like on night editing.